Yes, let's poke some fun at this, why not? Let's poke with sticks we found and then get in the pond that's more like a pool, cause it's shaped like one. We could be like all the elves be gone, and then we go and rock this to bed. Then wake it up, because we gonna shake it up, son. We gonna take the sun from hourglass and build a beach that's long. Whenever we go with this iguana talk until our tongues was all chopped, like that chopstick was for lips, no. It goes for what's inside of it, dog. Now I got my sights on what I want all along. Boom. It's a grass that glitters some, the grass a stretch, you call it love, because it could have belonged to him all alone. Yes, bellow this from chest that's large, a barrel to throw at Mario. And then when he's gone, I light him up like wick on top. I'm wicked dope, I'm wicked strong, or at least I could correct a part of talk, because it's got the red line under it, no. Not before, and not if you like this song, or not at all. Then the nose be go, and then the news was for the soft you go. That's on the chin, why no? Because then I could know my best was to come, and it has been said right now. Because you'd be sad right now, because then that Saturn would spin when they heard me rock or heard me rock out. This is rock out with your cock out, dog, and that's what wakes you up when the alarm clock just won't walk. It just won't be plugged in the wall. I just want to robot myself. Can we do a couple of clones so we could go over those with a fine-tooth comb to know that this fucking breaks a part of your soul? Breaks this exhibit then, and then I never said when I didn't mean it law, because I meant the multi-sit. Want me mend this stitch, because y'all need to mend what you did for just a sec. When you brought your attention away, that's when it's shit. Like reality didn't work the way it is. I diagram shit. A diaphragm of his would start to puff like the exhaust from bark a car you pull from law, because then I could pull my things off and show y'all that I's a vampire that wants your blood. Yes, support an IV bigs. Won't you just point the pen of this into your skin and get the ingestion process revving like a car, because this is an engine. When he goes and wrecks it, the boss said he caught with the cloth on it, dog, because then you got the claws and the manageables of what he can manage and hold, because it happens to be what all of them want, all of alone, because he sit on the law waiting for rain to fall, but it never comes. I stop, because then I do the opposite rain dance for y'all, because then I could do what ballerina does and get the rose that she wants and deserves. Because then I get an award for those I try to yo, because then I could go with a dietitian talk with diabetes involved, because then my dialect would have switched to the one that I like the most, and then the most would have said with osmosis, son, cause it already knows. The almond was picked when the pecan wasn't get, because y'all need to go pick on yourselves, so pick your noses then. Pick both of them. I take hold of this like it's a sulfur in the throat, I guess, because then the esophagus was pulled from where it is. Y'all was pole position too much while I sit on fence and wait to get in. Like this is some double dust without the ropes, cause I burn both of them, and then I take both ends and I take y'all stupefied looks, and then I changed them up so you wasn't stupid no more. Maybe in a stupendous stumble of slip, I slipped 1,000 years in that big type shit, so I could just riddle your heads. Question marks at the ends where the period is. What the shit? They all said in the shit that was big to a trick. My shit that I said because I should have said it earlier, but I did type shit. Maybe the idea hadn't struck my fancy yet. I'm a fancy kid with this fucking idea from Carnegie. because I get caught in the dark, and then I'm a carny stuff. I'm a carny as well. With the car you cut the dawn, and then I take all of y'all precious cargo holds, and then I take it and let go, because then it could have been a pigeon that flood them off where the gust of wind that started on, and who would have known type shit. Maybe what spawned the obvious, and then I'm back with some more wit that I wanted to practice, because I wanted off if I lit my march in the loss, and then I fucking marched to a different drum beat, I suppose, because the drum was gone. It's inside me though, for me alone, and then you'll fucking know that I was molding my soul. You gotta whisper my name like Ro. I whimper some, or y'all would, because y'all mimic talk that I said in a second if it was done by a best friend or someone that y'all looked up to. And that would have been done in a second, dog, because then I done broke them spokes so them wagon won't walk, and it would be stuck in mud, and London roads was where the cobblestones fall. Yes, hard pressed to get talked and wreck it, dog, because I was the best there was. No exclamation mark, because it was something you should have already known. This period was when I start to get the blood on cloth that she wore and under her garments on, because then I can take this and harm it more than the sum already harmed it, dog. Yes, does that knock on door, the one that's carved and tall, because then I could have gone with my Kuna Raw, been waiting to try on you and try it all, because then I could go break the pause, because it was old, just an exhibit for show. Yes, I just go where the coast would have been the wettest for show, and that's where I get into this when I get my prize big, because that was a drawing I hit, and that was a drawing, dog. I hope that you win type shit with the tab that you bought, because then I could go full tarantula from the half that I was. Which half, the bottom or top? Maybe it's side to side, like clone beat below, because then the mirror would have shown all along that I was a gold. But yo want for the necklace a hold, a petri dish couldn't get scientists to know, cause the microscope was broke. Yes. Won't you peer in where the pair been, because then it would have been a parrot, bitch. Now I got a pair of them. They just sit like the parrots, and they wanna just said something that I said, but they couldn't, because they didn't have the dialect or tongue to move like that, I guess, because then the gust of wind would have brought the geist with the pole in the front, and it was just him all alone. He floats through the TV to know. He's gonna haunt you for 700 years, dog, because then he's got his huntress on his haunches, dog, because then he won't to get a hunch bar of Notre Dame to ring the ball so they would know. Yes, the bombs begun when the ball was started. You glisten up your sequin dress is warm, because then I could go and address you all as the dictator I was. Not only dictate song, but dictate how things should go from now on. Yes. Changing off the cuffy wrist and all them ankles, dog, so y'all distressed. The flesh points where they touch. Have I touched on points that beckons them, like maybe a fucking sequin dress couldn't help? With bouquets I picked up in the garden when no one was watching. And all them bows with brilliant soul, I fucking set my flow and bubble over like a steamy pot of what the witch made in her, and I handed in a handful of help, and that was a handful that count. So I thought, because then I could have been the howl out the moon like I was a wolf. Boom! Fucking give. Straight. Sun-dried tomato my show, and then y'all can leave over leftovers for no. But then one but left for the cow, because then what left for them, because then they're the laughing ones, and you are laughing stuff where the laugh don't stop. So won't I just call the club with the fucking billy club that he swung around? That'd have been sweet now. TWA.